Okay, if you follow the slide guides, then you're going to be ending the heel part of the sandal, the cocoon sandal, with a single crochet round, and you're going to go complete that round by chaining 70 single crochets semi-tight to make the first tie. And so the little tail ends on the heel, we're going to reinforce those when we wrap it. Okay, now we're going to reinforce this tie, and I'm going to demonstrate that with this clip. And you're going to go in from the second loop from the hook, and there's one right here. I want you to see that. And so there's one, and then there's two. It's kind of small there, and we're going to go in, and you make sure that you work with the flat part of your chain, the top part of your chain, and then just slip stitch it in. Don't make a single crochet, and then you're going to just do that all the way through all 70 chains, and then across the top of the back of the slipper right here. You're going to slip stitch all the way across, and then we're going to chain 70 from that point. Now, as you're working with your chain, do about 8 to 10 chains, and then make sure that you don't go through your yarn, and keep your work really neat so it won't look all tacky, and you have all your fibers and your threads. And you can see if you have that turned the wrong way, you're going to be working with the flat part of that chain. Sometimes it's a little tricky working with the chains doing the slip stitch this way. And what I mean about smoothing them, I'll show you as we go up. Let's see, and I'm pulling that one out. It's because I didn't go through all the threads. And I'm working with the top part of the loop so that they'll all be the same. You can see that. And you're just going to slip stitch all 70. And as you go, then you go back and then you smooth them and get them tight, and so that they look real neat. And if your chains are pretty even and pretty tight, then it'll come out really neat looking, and it'll be real enforced, and it won't have lumps and bumps in it. So about every 8 to 10 slip stitches like this, just go in and smooth your work. Just pull it, just smooth it with your hand. Okay, now I've worked all my 70 chains, and I've smoothed them and pulled and got them pretty neat, pretty even. And then so now I'm going to work with the top loop in the back, and we're going to slip stitch across. Ooh. Okay, slip stitch each one of the loops across. That reinforces the top of the back of the sandal so it won't lose its shape as well. And so you're just going to go ahead and slip stitch across, and then when we get to that last end stitch on here, we're going to again chain our 70, and then instead of slip stitching just one there, we're going to use both loops and the chain on there like that, and that reinforces the edge of it so it won't pull a little loop. Okay, I've completed my 70 on the other side, and they look pretty good. And so now I'm going to do the last one that's going to reinforce that. And I'm just going to pull that end up through like the chain to at the base here. I'm going to slip stitch, and I'm going to clip that, about 3-4 inches, and we're going to fasten that off. Okay, Now we have our 70 and the ties for the back part of the sandal.